Hey, this will be a video chart on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Been a while, a week or so since I did this after it fell out of the rising wedge pattern. If you go back and watch the previous video, you'll see what I'm talking about. And this week we finally hit my first initial price target. Once again, if you watched the video from last week, within the video I went back to my blog and showed the article I wrote, and it had the first price target being 10,100, and as you can see, we've hit it, and not only that, we've closed below it. So, where I got that 10,000 from, real quick. Once again, if you just go back and look at my free blog, you could see where I wrote this article. But 10,100 was basically this whole price area right around here, this previous high. So after it broke out of the wedge, the rising wedge, which was like that, it's not quite exactly, but when it fell out, this was basically the next support, so that's why it was my price target. So luckily, we went short on some things up here, and they've paid off. We've done some covering, just because you always want to cover right around support areas in case it bounces back on you. But you always want to hang on to some things too. So yes, we've done some covering, but still hold on to some short positions. So now, our next area of support that we were talking about in our other video is going to be right around this high place, which is about 98.50. We said. So let me get that up there too. And why are we picking that area? Well, simply the same reason as the other one. It was a previous high during this move here. You can see that acted as resistance quite a bit right around this area, and then when it got through, made a nice move. Basically acted as support here before launching it back up. So this, like I said, is right around 98.50. So this is our new price. Well, I should say it's not quite our price target yet, just because I don't consider this a clean break of the support level. One thing that people kind of forget sometimes is support levels are not exact specific prices, they're more of zones. I kind of like to think of them as webs. But so if we think about this as kind of like a little web or a zone around this area, you can see that the price is still within it. It hasn't quite pulled away completely from it yet. So I do kind of still consider this a support, and once again, that is why I have been doing some covering on my short positions, just because it's still within this zone. Now, if Monday and Tuesday comes and you start to get some closes down in this area, then I would consider this a break of this support. But in my opinion, at least, it hasn't quite pulled away enough for me to consider it being a total break of the support. Yes, it is a break because it's below it, but a total break where I'd want to add to short positions or anything like that, I haven't personally quite seen it. But let's say we do get some closes down in this area here, then this is where this 9,850 level becomes the next price target and support. So I personally think we're going to be probably headed down there anyways. I think it might be a slow drift, meaning we'll go down a little bit, maybe bounce up some, kind of hover around, drop down. I don't think it's going to be anything drastic where one day we get just one big red candle that comes all the way down here. But seeing this, who knows? Maybe we're going to be back in the market where these triple-digit days are more common. But I think it'll be more of a slow, steady drift. Now, in terms of trends, that's been one of the questions I've been getting. Short term, we are officially in a downtrend. What justifies me to say short term? Well, if you look at the 20-day, which is that red line, the gray line, which is the 10-day, both clearly pointing down. Those are what I use as my short term moving averages, or my short term trend kind of guiders. My medium term guider, I like to use the 50-day, which is this purple line. So the medium term is now officially neutral. You can see very clearly we're going sideways. So not bad, but not good anymore. But luckily down here, you can see the orange line here increasing. This is the 200-day. So the overall trend is still very clearly up. You can see it's still got a nice strong rise to it. So overall trend is still up. Medium term is neutral, and short term is currently down right now. So that's where the trends stand also. So right now, we haven't quite busted through and pulled away from this support level, but we're kind of getting close to there. And then the resistance, real quick, is pretty much going to be, see how we had all these bottoms around here? That's the resistance, and that's exactly what keeps knocking us down whenever we try to go back up. You can see, about 4 times now the price has got right up, back up into this area, and it hasn't been able to push through. Well, that is because it was a previous support back in November and December, and when supports fail, they become resistances. So that's why we're seeing some resistance there right now. All goes back to these being previous lows. So that's where we currently stand on the markets. I might be doing a Nasdaq, not quite sure, because that chart's been looking pretty brutal too. But overall, overall trend's still up, so it's not like we're crashing back like a couple years ago. I think it's just a well-needed pullback right now, and I think in the longer run, hopefully this will be a healthy force as we let some profit takers out and just do a little bit of consolidating here for a while. If there are any other questions on the Dow Jones or any of the other charts, please let me know. I'd also encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook, and with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things, from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. Best part is it's all free, so it's worth at least signing up and giving it a try. We've been making some good money together, so got nothing to lose. Sign up. Once more, this was the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Thanks for listening, and have a good weekend.